The drama surrounding the upcoming clash between Jake Paul and Gervonta "Tank" Davis has reached a crescendo. And every training camp clip, press conference glance, and viral headline seems charged with electricity. Jake strides into this camp with a different energy. This time it's more than just hype. He says this is the first training camp where he's able to truly enjoy himself, where his headspace is clearer than ever, where the distractions have faded and the purpose sharpened. On the other side stands Gervonta Davis, a man whose resume reads like a highlight reel of destruction and dominance, a 3-division world champion, a multiple-time title holder, a fighter whose fists have ended nights and sent bodies retreating. He has the pedigree, the memory of pain inflicted, the years of war that build not just muscle but instincts. And when Jake looks across at him and claims victory, Tank doesn't need to respond with fancy talk. He responds with presence. He walks in weighted with legacy, and every second of his silence carries the weight of experience. He says simply, "I know what I'm capable of. I know what I've learned this past year with my coaches. I know the shape I'm in. I know the power I possess, and I'm just in there to have fun." But make no mistake, fun is just the front. The real business is the canvas, the gloves, the moment. Jake's confidence radiates like heat. He doesn't just say he expects to win. He says he expects to dominate. He claims he's entering the ring to shock the world. He claims this is his toughest fight, and that statement alone reveals something deeper. He knows how far he's come, but he also knows how far he still has to go. Analysts point to Jake's size, height, reach, mass. They note his strength, his promotion machine, his ability to generate attention like a hurricane. But size is only one side of the coin in boxing. What about timing, footwork, ring IQ, instinctive defense? That's where Davis lives. His game isn't built on gimmicks. It's built on discipline, repetition, violence delivered with surgical precision. For him, this fight isn't about proving he can fight a YouTuber. It's about proving he's still one of the elite in a sport that keeps changing around him. The buildup has been cinematic. Jake has spoken openly about this being the hardest camp of his life, the kind of grind that leaves muscles screaming and mind raw. He says he's surrounded himself with world-class sparring partners, elite coaches, and a team that's making him into a real threat, not just a novelty. "I want to show the skill set I've been working on in the gym," he says. Meanwhile, Davis's preparation is quieter but no less fierce. His training camp is saturated with intent, each round a rehearsal of war, each punch a memory of what it means to be a champion. One of Jake's former sparring partners warned, Jake has never faced the kind of destructive power Tank brings into the ring. The elite speed, timing, and precision. That comment didn't come from hype, it came from first-hand observation. Jake walks into dangerous territory, and he knows it. What makes this matchup fascinating isn't just talent or physical difference, it's identity. Jake is a symbol of the modern spectacle, social media, viral moments, a crossover from influencer to boxer. He pulled eyes back to a sport many had stopped watching by turning himself into content. Davis is the embodiment of tradition, the man who fought through divisions, scarred in real wars, who built his legacy the old-fashioned way. This fight is more than a bout. It's two philosophies colliding. One says mastery and experience matter. The other says fame and size change the game. In the press conferences, the contrast is stark. Jake paces, jokes, pushes. He wants the microphone, the cameras, the headline. He knows how to sell. Davis sits still, speaks when asked, and lets his presence fill the room. Some interpret his silence as arrogance or detachment. Others see it as calculation. He doesn't need to sell the fight. He just needs to show up and do his work. This dynamic only adds to the drama. Fans who love boxing's gritty roots worry. Purists who despise crossover fights cringe. But even they watch. Because when two worlds collide like this, the spectacle becomes impossible to ignore. Jake talks of finishing the fight, of landing a knockout that will become viral legend. If he's right, the world will remember late 2025 not just for stats, but for that moment. For Davis, the stakes might be even higher. A loss isn't just a bad night. It's a blemish on a legacy built of countless combats. Some insiders believe this could be his final chapter. He's hinted at retirement, at prioritizing family, at walking away on his own terms. If true, this isn't just a high-stakes fight. It might be his moment to go out while still on top. That decision doesn't sit well with everyone. Some fans argue that taking a high-profile payday instead of facing other top-level contenders weakens the competitive spirit of boxing. Others argue that after the wars he's fought, Davis has earned the right to pick his moment. In the end, nobody can erase his achievements. Nobody can take from him the nights he delivered finishes and walked through fire. And if he chooses to use this fight as his final payday, who can judge? But make no mistake, those critics exist, and they raise a deeper question. What is boxing now? Legacy or entertainment? Purity or profit? The chatter among analysts is loud. Veteran strategist Teddy Atlas warns size alone won't win this fight. Technique beats size. Every time. He believes Davis's experience gives him the edge. Other voices point to Jake's unconventional path and his knack for creating moments. They say whether you love him or hate him, he's revived the spotlight on boxing. Others still are skeptical. They worry that matchmaking is becoming about streams and subscriptions instead of genuine competition. And while all this plays out, social media lights up. Fans choose sides. Some pick Jake as the underdog giant. Others pick Davis as the veteran crusher. Bets are placed. Memes are made. Every tweet, every clip, every insult echoes louder. The fight is already a spectacle. And when the bell rings, that hype either becomes history or humiliation. For Jake, the challenge is clear. Prove that the transition from influencer to serious boxer is complete. Prove that his fists carry more than viral potential. For Davis, the challenge is just as clear. Silence the noise, destroy the size narrative, remind the world that legacy still carries weight. The ring doesn't care about likes or subscribers. The ring only cares about survival, about accuracy, about heart. And both men know this. As the days count down, the world braces. Everyone wonders, is this fight going to validate a new era or remind us why roots matter? Will size and spectacle outrun skill training and experience? Or will the veteran's art prevail? When the gloves finally go on, neither side can hide. Both camps know that talk ends when the bell rings, and the real truth lives in the jab, the slip, the punch that changes night to nightmare. You've heard the statements. You've watched the promos. You've seen the hype. Now it's time to decide. Who walks out victorious? Do you believe Jake Paul's size and ambition will end this saga? Or does Gervonta Davis's power and pedigree make him the inevitable winner? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into fights changing boxing's landscape, hit that like button, subscribe for future breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you never miss when the gloves talk and the truth lands. Because when this fight trips over the lights and into the ring, it's not just a fight. It's history.